So last weekend, my buddies and I decided to take a spontaneous road trip to see the world's largest rubber band ball. You know, the important cultural landmarks that really make America great. My friend Dave, who claims to be part human GPS, insisted we use his phone for directions. That was my first mistake. About 2 hours in, somewhere between you have arrived at your destination and recalculating, we found ourselves on a gravel road behind a questionable gas station, debating whether this was the kind of place where horror movies or state fairs were filmed. According to the GPS, the rubber band ball was 100 feet ahead on the right, which, translated, meant we were staring at a suspiciously bouncy-looking tent, the kind you see in used car lots or failed birthday parties. Dave, who had disappeared to check for snacks, suddenly emerged from the tent wearing a full-on sumo wrestling suit, wobbling toward us like a marshmallow in a windstorm. He tripped over a rock, bounced twice, and came to rest in front of a handwritten sign that said, "World's largest rubber band ball, $2 photos." At this point, I was starting to doubt both the GPS and my friend group's collective decision-making skills. Meanwhile, a family of confused tourists pulled up, took one look at Dave, and started snapping pictures, discussing whether this was a Guinness World Record or just one of those American things. Dave, ever the showman, began reciting fun facts about rubber bands and offering to let people poke him for an extra $1. My friend Jess tried to explain to the tourists that Dave was, in fact, not the actual exhibit, but they were too busy debating if they could fit him in the trunk for the drive back to Ohio. After about 20 minutes, the gas station owner came out, took one look at the chaos, and just said, "Huh. That's the most action we've had here since the Great Ball of Twine mix-up of 2017. At that point, I realized that thanks to Dave's navigational skills, we hadn't just taken a detour, we'd taken a detour into the world's largest rubber band joke. And that's how I learned the only stretch on this road trip was the truth.